Hey YouTube, we're here with the boys.
What's up?
Stefan.
And we got some new cards. First up is Abyss Shark. A level 5 water fish effect monster, 1200 attack and 700 defense. First effect is of this card is a hard once per turn. If all monsters you control are water monsters, and one you can you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except water monsters. Also, next battle damage your opponent takes from battle involving your number monster and another monster is doubled. Also, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, add one level 3, 4, or 5 fish monster from your deck to your hand, except for Abyss Shark. Its second effect states if it's used for an XD summon of a number monster, it can be treated as a level 3 or 4. So, what do you guys think of this card?
It's okay, I
It's
guess.
okay.
I think it's like the perfect support for the shark archetype because that archetype's terrible.
I think any support sharks can get was
Yeah,
any
probably.
support is good support.
Next up, we got Crystal Shark. It's a level 5 water fish effect, and it's 1100 attack, 800 defense. Its first effect is a hard once per turn. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target one water monster on the field. You cannot special summon water monster from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except for XD. It's also special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. And if you do, the target's current attack becomes halved. Its second effect says if it's XD for a number monster, it can be treated as a 3 or a 4. So it summons
So
itself
that
back.
gets Bahamut Shark out easier, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Or is
so
Bahamut Shark not a number?
no, Bahamut Shark's not a number.
Uh,
Oh,
It's
that's lame.
you can
it's
summon out the fucking uh shark drake.
yeah, I guess. It summons itself back from the graveyard, which isn't terrible. So
No, that's alright.
so also that's only if it's being used for a number monster for 3 and 4. But so if you're just going into a rank 5, it can be literally anything. As long as it's a water monster. No wait, oh no, never mind. It just has to be an XE. So yeah, as long as it's rank 5, you're golden. But yeah, you can summon this up from your hand or graveyard, so it's not really a brick either. I think this card's actually pretty good for the deck.
Yeah, that seems alright.
Barian's Chaos Draw. So it's a normal spell.
This is the card I don't understand.
Okay,
Oh wait, no, not this one. Never mind.
to activate this card, you must draw it for your
Fine.
normal draw phase. Keep it revealed until main phase 1. During your main phase 1, that same turn, you can activate one of the following effects. You send a rank up magic, the 7th one, or a 7 Emperor's normal spell card from your deck to the graveyard. This card becomes that effect. Its second, or you special summon up to 2 monsters from your deck, but their effects are negated, and if you do, you immediately XYZ a number monster using the summoned monsters. I think this card is pretty terrible. It's pretty easy to understand, though.
There's another card later on that helps get this thing going.
Oh,
I know that much.
yeah, but I think
Yeah, no, that thing doesn't seem very good.
any
But
card that you
it's
have to
meh.
normal draw, if there's not an easy way to set it up and everything, is terrible. But if there is an easy card to set it up, then it depends on if that thing does something else too. If it just sets it up, that's terrible. And you have to
I mean, the
draw
fact
it
that
for
this
your
thing
draw
just
phase.
summons any number.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right. Uh, so then there's Ascension of the Seven Emperors. It's a normal spell card where you take up its first, second,
This is the one.
okay. Take one rank up magic, the 7th one. One 7 Emperor spell trap card other than Ascension, one Barian spell and trap card, or one rank up magic quick play spell from your deck and either add to your hand or place it on top. If your opponent controls a special summon monster from the extra deck, you can banish this card from your graveyard and send one rank up magic spell from your hand to the graveyard, and this card's effect becomes it. So, uh, all it does is add a rank up. So just think of that.
Yeah.
And
What's
then,
It
confusing
also
about that?
it also adds the card we just talked about, the one that you have to draw.
yeah,
It also adds on top of your deck.
yeah. So,
Yeah, or it puts the rank up 7th one on top so you can just,
mm,
reveal that and do the same thing.
yeah.
Just do it for free.
Kunsha
You
also like
don't
to
have to.
note that
Good news, guys. You don't have
also
to
with the
stack your
water
decks
monsters
anymore.
being treated as level 3 or 4, you can summon out the sea kraken.
Oh yeah, true.
So I want to
Ah,
point that out.
release the Kraken.
It's a good card.
And also what this does is that it allows you to uh just activate a rank up magic spell, or kind of. So if you have like the seventh one in your hand, and this card's already in your graveyard, as long as they control an extra deck monster, you just banish this and send that, and then this card's effect becomes that. So it gets around like dead cards like the seventh one and this one if you didn't draw them.
Yeah, I guess.
It's still pretty bad, but I understand what it's there. It's not that hard to understand. And then the last card for the
Yeah.
I
shark
mean, when you
support.
draw it, you still gotta do the "I am the protagonist."
No, please.
Wild Protagonist.
And then we got this continuous
Brazil
trap.
Oriamacosmos.
We got this continuous trap card that states you can only activate it once per turn. It's called Eternity of the Seven Emperors. You can target one Xyz monster you control that is a number monster with the number between 1 and 107 in its name, and has such a monster as material, then activate one of the following effects. Negate one of the effects of one face-up monster your opponent controls with equal or lower attack, or detach all materials from that target, then you can special summon one number Xyz monster from your graveyard. I think this card's terrible.
Card
Yeah.
sucks.
Alright.
I guess.
Like, I kind of get
Why
it.
not just run XYZ Reborn?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it also is a negate, but, like, at the same time, you have to have a number monster or have a chaos number, basically, between 1 and 7. Or 1 as a material, too. So I think it's pretty limited in what it can do. The rest are just reprints, though, see? But then we got
Yeah.
this Leviathan thing, which is part of the Umi support coming out.
Kairyu-Shin.
Kairyu-Shin.
This card's good.
Yeah, it is. It's a level 5 water sea serpent with 2000 attack, 1700 defense. Second effect is a hard once per turn. While Umi is on the field, each player can only control one non-face-up water monster. If a player controls 2 or more face-up non-water monsters, that player sends those monsters to the graveyard until they control only one. And then during the main phase, you can add one Umi or Kairyu-Shin spell slash trap, or one Sea Stealth spell or trap from your deck to your hand. This adds a spell card that adds Torrential that also protects your monsters. This adds the Umi, which is really good. It adds Sea Stealth, the continuous spell card, which is probably one of the most powerful cards for the Umi deck as well. This card is like a house.
Plus, it
Card
also
adds
makes your
Pacifics.
opponent control one card, right?
It control as long as they
One monster, yeah.
yeah. So it's also a floodgate on top of that. It's really powerful. The thing
But
is though that holds it back is that in the deck that is it's hard to like throw this in every deck for its first effect, because one, you need Umi on the field, and secondly it doesn't actually have a way to summon itself, so you need an outside card. But if you manage to get it out, Sea Stealth, the continuous spell or trap card, can summon it out too. So it's not the worst. But yeah, I think
Also, any card that just treats itself as Umi, this thing gets too,
as long
which
as long as it's
that's pretty
always
dope.
treated as Umi.
Well, yeah, but there's like a few good cards that do that.
Yeah, and then for our last card, we're talking about Yorishiro
About the
of
girl?
the Aqua, and she is
Yo.
a level 4 Aqua effect, water, 700 attack, 2000 defense. Wow, I almost misspoke.
is this a fixed version of the field spell one that turns herself into Umi?
Kinda, yeah. But its first second effects are heard once per turn. You can target one water monster in your graveyard, then apply one of the following effects, but you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except for water monsters. Uh, until the end of the turn, this card's level becomes that one. If Umi is on the field, you special summon that monster, and then the second effect says you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target an Umi and add it from your graveyard and add it to your hand. So yeah, it's a fixed version of the water monster that treats itself as Umi while it's on the field. The better one, by contrast to.
Card's good.
Aqua. It's Aqua.
It summons
Aqua.
itself
This
back.
card's actually useful.
Yeah, it summons a lot. Like for example, with this effect right here.
Did that blue
highlight,
hair?
Yeah, it does. It doesn't have the curl though.
Yeah. Aw.
But yeah.
All right, let me get a pin out and start drawing this differently.
All right.
Chest is too big too.
But yeah, I think this card is pretty good. Like
Yeah, it's pretty good.
it's a wolf bark for the Umi deck. The new Umi support's actually pretty decent, and all that too. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for this video. If it is your birthday today, happy birthday! And if you want to send me any cool
And
deck
have a
profiles,
wonderful day.
well, we'll get there in a second, Stefan.
I know.
But if you want to send me equal deck profiles or replays, which none of you do usually, my email's in the description, JankyYGO@gmail.com. I've started streaming on YouTube, and so if you ever want to catch a stream, just turn on notifications so it lets you know. And of course, and as always, have a wonderful day.